It's hard to narrow it down to one. I would say the leadership lesson that's held true to me in any position that I've been in is regardless of the market, regardless of the disruption, which we're feeling right now in the accounting space, one thing remains true. On the opposite side of any really great challenge or opportunity is a human. So focusing on making sure the team, you hire the right team, bring the right people on board, not only in a way where they can like achieve and be excellent at the job they were brought in to do, but more importantly, what I call culture enhancers. Are they going to make everyone in the organization better just by being around them? So there's the component of being incredibly exceptional at what you do, but more importantly, what culture do you bring with you when you enter into the organization? That's what we interview for, that's what we look for. There is nothing more important, even in the AI age, there's nothing more important than the people you surround yourself with, and a company is no different. Going back to the team, I think the right people get really excited about the environment that we're in. Personally, at Firm360, our motto, our mission is for accountants by accountants. Everything we do, we think about, are we adding value to the experience of the accountants and their clients' lives? So when there's this much disruption going on, there's a lot of opportunity to make a meaningful impact in ways we've never seen before on that mission. Now, going back to the team, as we think about the future of Firm360, it's also really easy to get distracted. So we're looking very specifically at workflows, day-to-day interactions, tactical items within, I would say, an accountant's daily activities that don't add value to their clients. It's just things they have to get done. How can we implement technology to take that off their plate so that, at least from the accountants we speak to, they want to spend more time with their clients, not managing a billing workflow. So if we can input AI or new technologies into that workflow to create more space for them to connect with their clients, to me, that's really, really exciting. I would say diversity of thought. Background, thought, all of it is critical. What's really dangerous amongst the leadership team is if everyone thinks the same way and has the same shared experience, becomes pretty easy to be pigeonholed into certain areas and not focus on the broader customer base. So that's really important to me too. You know, we have leaders that have an accounting background. We have leaders that don't. We have leaders that have come from the SaaS space. We have leaders that don't. We have leaders that have come from massive businesses. We have leaders that come from small businesses. We have leaders that have worked in Latin America and those that have worked in America. Like, the diversity of thought is really, really important. The last thing I will say for any leadership team, one of my favorite authors is Patrick Lencioni. He talks about this Team One concept, where the most important relationships amongst the leadership team is the leadership team. It's really easy to get distracted by other things happening in the business and focusing on maybe your direct reports more so than your peers, and that's really easy to fall into. Leadership teams that focus on the relationships they have with one another and support and grow with one another, that's a massive advantage, and it's hard to do. You gotta kind of fight for it and remind each other of it. But those are some of the things I look for when I'm building a leadership team. So there's a lot of ways I could answer this question. My first thought is, where's the pressure coming from? So is this pressure coming from something outside of work, being a human? And I would say in those scenarios, the best leaders know how to take pressure off those individuals so that they can focus on the thing that's more important than work. So I look for that in a leader. Pressure inside of work, I think pressure is good. I think pressure makes us better. I think it's a good thing if there's no pressure at work. That would remove, I think, a lot of opportunities for growth. What I've learned, if people have an inspiring goal, an inspiring target, and they feel pressure to meet it, that's actually energy producing. When people are feeling pressure just for pressure's sake to get things done, and they have no idea how it ties into the long-term vision of the company or the value it may create for customers, people get frustrated. Pressure added because of a compelling vision, that's actually aspirational and energy producing for a team. Certainly I hope we would be able to say that we met the needs of accountants in really meaningful ways. And I hope we have a ton of stories about firm owners and associates being able to go to their kids' softball games in April because we were able to remove so much of the tactical work and they got to focus on what they love doing every day. And it created more space for them to be who they want to be outside of work. Like certainly we think about those things. Did we live up to the for accountants by accountants, mindset and philosophy? But for my team specifically, and I will tell you what I tell people at Firm360, we have offsites. I say this every single time we're together. Yeah, we have revenue goals and retention goals and targets we want to hit as an organization. And those are important because if we do those things well, we'll be able to invest back into the product, take better care of our customers, and more importantly, I'll be able to invest more into our employees and take better care of their families. Amazing, right? If we hit those goals. But my marker, and what I always tell the team is 20 years from now, if we're all around, hopefully at some point we're all around a dinner table celebrating what we've accomplished at Firm360, and yeah, we're telling those customer stories. But gosh, if we get to that point and everyone's health is bad and relationships have been deteriorated based on what it was like to work at Firm360, I'll say we really didn't accomplish much. Even if we hit all of our top line goals and retention goals and changed the world in accounting. On the other side of it, if we're sitting around the table telling stories about how we've made each other better human beings 20 years from now, I'll consider Firm360 a success. So we're 20 years out, but that's what I hope to be talking about with the Firm360 team in 2046. We'll see.